So, lads, it's that time of the year again where Caitlin Clark is now scheduled to play some golf.
Hey everyone, buckle up, because this isn't your usual sports story. Caitlin Clark, the unstoppable force of women's basketball, just did something no one saw coming. And no, it wasn't on the court. This time, she invaded the world of golf. Yes, golf, and completely flipped the script. On November 12th, Caitlin Clark made a surprise appearance at the LPGA Annika Pro-Am. And if you thought basketball fans were obsessed, wait until you hear what happened next. The media went wild. Fans went absolutely bananas. And the WNBA? Well, let's just say their reaction, or lack thereof, is sparking a lot of conversations. So here's the real question. Did the LPGA just show the WNBA how it's done? Let's break it all down. The LPGA Pro-Am is usually a low-key event. A few professional golfers, some local celebrities, and maybe a small crowd, mostly there to enjoy a fun day on the green. But the second Caitlin Clark's name hit the invite list, everything changed. Instantly, fans started asking, "Can we watch this? Will it be streamed? How do we get tickets?" The online buzz exploded. Suddenly, what was supposed to be a small charity event turned into one of the most talked about moments in women's sports this year. And here's the kicker. The LPGA wasn't even planning to televise it, but Caitlin's presence changed the game entirely. They had to adjust their coverage, rethink the event, and embrace the massive attention she brought with her. Let's be real, Caitlin Clark doesn't just play basketball. She creates moments. Wherever she goes, people watch, people talk, and people engage. And last year, she proved it by shattering records, drawing unprecedented attention, and basically becoming a one-woman marketing phenomenon. Now, she brings that same energy to the golf course. And suddenly, the LPGA is trending like never before. Fans are on their feet, cheering as if it's the Final Four. Signs wave in the air, chants erupt, and the atmosphere is electric. Social media explodes with clips of Caitlin laughing, signing autographs, taking selfies, and even joking about her swing. One caption perfectly captured the moment. "Queen of the court. Meet Queen of the course." The crowd? Absolutely electrified. The media? Obsessed. Even casual sports fans, people who hadn't watched a single golf tournament in their lives, were suddenly glued to screens, talking about every swing, smile, and interaction. All it took was Caitlin showing up and being her charismatic, unstoppable self. She didn't just participate. She transformed the event into a cultural moment that will be remembered for years. Her presence wasn't just noticed. It dominated headlines, online trends, and conversations across every corner of sports media. Here's where it gets really interesting. The LPGA didn't just invite Caitlin as some casual guest or a gimmick. No, they strategically paired her with Nelly Korda, the world's #1 golfer. Think about it. That's like putting LeBron James and Serena Williams on the same court and saying, "Go break the internet." Every moment they shared, the high fives, the laughter, the friendly banter, the smiles for the cameras, was pure gold for fans, media, and sponsors alike. Ticket sales skyrocketed. Social media engagement exploded, and merchandise practically flew off the shelves. Every clip of Caitlin interacting with fans, laughing with Nelly, or casually showing off her swing became viral content. The LPGA didn't just host a golf event, they created a cultural phenomenon, a crossover moment that had everyone talking. Meanwhile, back in WNBA land, silence. Complete, deafening, soul-crushing silence. No congratulations, no posts, not even a single retweet. Fans immediately noticed, and their frustration was palpable online. How does a league ignore its own superstar? The very player who drives record-breaking attention, sells merchandise, and elevates the sport to new heights. The contrast was glaring, and it left one thing crystal clear. Star power recognized and promoted properly can move mountains, and Caitlin Clark just proved it once again. Let's pause for a reality check. Caitlin Clark has been the face of the WNBA this season. Highest ratings? Check. Merchandise sales? Through the roof. Social media buzz? Off the charts. And yet, Her own league treats her like they're allergic to success. Instead of embracing her star power, the WNBA has spent the season downplaying her impact, avoiding overexposure and acting like she's somehow a problem to manage. Meanwhile, the LPGA embraces her like she's royalty. They didn't hesitate, didn't overthink, didn't make it awkward. They just said, "Caitlin's here. Let's celebrate it." That difference couldn't be starker. One league understands that star power grows the sport. The other acts like silence is a strategy. Spoiler alert, it isn't. Fans were absolutely losing it. Thousands poured into the golf course, waving signs, chanting, and cheering like it was the final buzzer of a championship basketball game. Social media went into overdrive. Hashtags were trending, clips were going viral, and reactions weren't just positive. They were euphoric. The energy was electric, and it wasn't just basketball fans getting excited. People who had never followed golf in their lives were glued to screens, saying things like, "I don't even watch golf." But this is iconic. That's exactly the point. Caitlin Clark has the power to make people care. No matter the sport, the LPGA seized on that energy like absolute pros. Behind-the-scenes clips, interviews with Caitlin, and highlight reels flooded social media, giving fans an inside look at her charisma, her humor, and her genuine connection with both players and spectators. The result? Explosive growth for the LPGA, new audiences discovering the sport, and a media presence that will resonate for years. Meanwhile, the WNBA sat back, silent, watching their biggest star make headlines for another league. Fans noticed immediately, and reactions ranged from disbelief to frustration. The contrast couldn't have been starker, and it made one thing painfully clear. When you don't celebrate your stars, others will, and the fans always notice. Here's the truth. Star power is undeniable. It drives ratings, merchandise, sponsorships, fan engagement, and even the growth of an entire league. And Caitlin Clark isn't just talented. She's the living embodiment of star power. Wherever she goes, she commands attention, inspires fans, and elevates every event she touches. The LPGA recognized that instantly. They didn't debate, they didn't hesitate, they didn't second-guess themselves. They leaned in and celebrated her presence, turning what could have been a small exhibition into a full-blown cultural moment. Meanwhile, the WNBA treated her like a delicate experiment, as if too much attention might somehow be a problem. Here's the reality. Attention is the lifeblood of sports, and Caitlin brings it in droves. She drives viewers to the games, sells out merchandise, and creates viral moments that any league should jump on immediately. The LPGA understood that, capitalized on it, and reaped the rewards. The WNBA? Still figuring it out, while fans, media, and even casual viewers are left wondering why their biggest star isn't being celebrated the way she deserves. Caitlin isn't just a basketball player. She's a brand, a movement, and a marketing machine. Wherever she goes, eyes follow. Wherever she goes, leagues benefit. Wherever she goes, fans feel inspired, energized, and connected. The LPGA recognized this instantly, leveraging her presence to attract new audiences, elevate their sport, and create moments that will be remembered for years. Caitlin didn't just play golf, she brought energy, laughter, and personality to every interaction. She signed autographs with a smile, posed for selfies, chatted with fellow athletes, and made every fan feel like part of the experience. She didn't have to do any of it, but she did, because that's simply who she is. Her presence didn't just fill seats. It created a ripple effect of enthusiasm, social media buzz, and media coverage that no league, team, or organization could ignore. Caitlin doesn't just show up. She transforms everything around her into something unforgettable. Meanwhile, the WNBA continues to lag. Silence, missed opportunities, and questionable marketing decisions have left fans wondering if the league even understands how to properly celebrate its own superstar. Every time Caitlin steps outside the WNBA spotlight, makes headlines, or sets new records, the league's reaction is the same: nothing. Record-breaking crowds? Ignored. Viral moments? Unacknowledged. International attention? Complete crickets. It's not just disappointing. It's starting to look like a pattern of negligence. Fans are noticing. Social media is noticing. Analysts are noticing. Even casual viewers can see how the WNBA consistently misses chances to amplify its biggest star. Meanwhile, Caitlin's talent and charisma continue to shine, drawing attention and engagement that should reflect positively on the league. But instead, it highlights its inability to capitalize. The lesson here is crystal clear. When you celebrate your stars, your sport grows, your fan base expands, and your brand strengthens. When you ignore them, no amount of effort elsewhere can make up for the missed opportunity, and the world takes notice. What Caitlin created at the LPGA Pro-Am wasn't just about golf. It was a cultural crossover moment. Basketball fans met golf fans. Social media exploded. Headlines were everywhere. ESPN, Bleacher Report, Golf Digest, Yahoo Sports, you name it, everyone covered it. Caitlin became the bridge between two sports. She showed what happens when leagues recognize talent, celebrate it, and promote it properly. She turned a quiet prom into an event that will be talked about for years. And all of this while staying humble, approachable, and fun. Fans were not only cheering for her golf swing, they were captivated by her energy, her charisma, and the way she effortlessly connected with everyone around her. From signing autographs to taking selfies, from joking with fellow athletes to encouraging fans on the sidelines, Caitlin created an atmosphere that felt electric yet inclusive. She didn't just show up. She made every person at the event feel part of the moment. Social media lit up with clips, reactions, and memes celebrating her presence, proving that a single athlete, when embraced properly, can transform an entire sporting event into a phenomenon that resonates far beyond the court or the course. So here's the bottom line. Caitlin Clark is unstoppable, unmissable, and undeniably impactful. The LPGA showed the WNBA exactly how to use star power, and the contrast couldn't be sharper. One league embraced opportunity, the other stayed silent. For fans, it was a moment of joy, inspiration, and celebration. For the WNBA, it was a wake-up call. And for Caitlin, just another day of showing the world why she's not just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon. So, let me ask you, did the LPGA just school the WNBA? Was this a fun crossover moment or a glaring embarrassment for the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story isn't going away anytime soon. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell because we're just getting started calling out sports marketing wins and fails everywhere.